To my channel again. So my name is Ken and I'm a late fire starter. Once again, that's just real quick, financial independence and retire early. And my basic definition of a fire thing is just freedom, because you get freedom from everything. You can do whatever you want and not be stressed about money. Okay, so most fire people start early and it's great. And if you make a lot of money, you can do it quick. If you need to have a lower budget, it's easier, right? So lower your spending, and if you make a lot of money, it's super easy. But what happens if you're older and you never make a ton of money, but you're good at saving? Okay, what can you do? Well, I'm basically trying to hack this whole system of not needing 40 years, 20 years, 30 years, whatever. What if I only have 10 years? Okay, what if I only have 12 years? What do I do? Well, I am focusing on two things. I'm focusing on real estate investment and I'm focusing on dividend investing. Okay, and I put in my initial video, if you look back, or not, actually my second video, if you look back at my second video, where it says $5,000 a month in passive income, that is really focusing on the fact that I want $1,000 a month on dividend income and I want $4,000 a month on rental income after all expenses. And so I'm working towards those goals. And this channel is going to be following my journey along those goals, as well as looking at different aspects of money, debt, investments, things like that. So as promised, I'm going to share with you my different investments, including the different housing purchases and how much I'm making off each one. But this video is going to be about my dividend income. Okay? So my goal is $12,000 annually on dividend payouts. So here is my current portfolio. If you see here, these are my stock holdings, my total shares, the current price as of Friday, August, what is it today? Today's the 16th, as of the 15th, the close of the market on the 15th. The market value as of the close of the market on the 15th. Initial share, okay, I've changed this. It says initial shares, but what I'm also doing is these are, if you notice, well, what am I doing here? No, I didn't change that, sorry, okay. These are my initial shares, at least when I started tracking this. So when you see a number like this, 211.9679, what's happening there is I had dividend reinvestments in this, so I bought portions of shares. And when I started this tracking sheet, that was the starting number. So that's that. My purchase totals, so this is going to be how much I've spent on the stocks. And this is going to be my average share price. This is how much I paid in commissions, which I use Charles Schwab, so I don't pay any commissions. This is the change for the day. This was on Friday. This is the total return since I bought the stock, so based on this price. This is percent of the return. This is the sector, which doesn't really help me because I have so many ETFs. This is the quarterly dividend. Some of these pay monthly, some of them pay quarterly. This is the current yield based on today's stock price. This is my personal yield on the purchase price, so my average price. This is the portfolio weight, so what percentage of my total holdings are to which stock or ETF. And then this is my estimated annual income. Yield basically means the dividend percent, okay? So the interest you're gonna make. So if let's take this one, let's say this one's 7.99%, so 8%. So if there's an 8% yield on a stock, okay, what that means is if I have $100 in that stock, that dividend is gonna pay me $8. Okay, so it's just a percentage of the overall. Okay, and so if you noticed, my yields range anywhere from 0, because the dividends were cut, all the way up to this one is my highest, 15.76%. I have a couple 10s, 7s, 5s, but then we go down to the 3s and then even a 2 here. Okay. And so we are going to look at these yields, how much I've got going, how things are looking. The 20% is SunPower. I have one share of that. That was my free Robinhood stock when I signed up back then. And then American Airlines, which has no dividend right now, but did at one point. And that is just another play, which I'm probably going to sell soon and buy some other stock. When you look at my overall holdings, I have a core holding, okay? So when you look at my portfolio weight, I have one ETF, which is 28.59% of my overall portfolio, okay? So almost a third of my whole portfolio is in VYM, okay? That's Vanguard High Yield Dividend Paying Fund is this VYM, okay? So it's got a low expense ratio, and what it has is over 400 different stocks in there. So I like this because it chooses safe dividend stocks, okay? What I mean by safe is there's no threat of their dividend going away or decreasing, and there's even a greater chance of their dividends increasing over time, okay? And so this, I would say, is my core holding. This is the foundation, if you will, of my entire dividend strategy. This pays on my yield on cost 3.72%. So to reach that $1,000 a month in just VYM, I would need over $300,000. Okay, but when I can add in some riskier or higher yield return funds and some income funds, then I can get some higher returns, and then all of a sudden you will see that my total investment to date is $45,908. The total value of the portfolio is $47,814. This is just in the last, I set up this sheet about a month ago. So in the last month, I guess I've earned that much. So it's a pretty good month. Okay, this is my total return. So there you go. I've made $1,905 just on stocks appreciating. And that's a total return of 4.15% on the stock price. Then what I have here is my average yield, okay, for all my stocks combined is 5.99%. So that's what I'm shooting for. I'm shooting for about a 6% dividend rate on my overall portfolio. And then my annual payout right now, according to this chart, is $2,751.26. Okay, so when you take 2,751.26 and you divide that by 12, what you get right now is I have a monthly average dividend payout of $229 and change. Okay, I was really close to $250 at one point, so I was really close to a quarter of the way there. However, a couple of dividends did get cut because of all that's going on with COVID. Some of the energy ones, like BP, and the investment ones, like this one, AINV, which is my highest one. Okay, that's basically a stock that's an investment firm, so they loan money and then they have to pay out a certain percentage of their earnings, of the money they make in interest. They have to give them a percentage of that to dividends. And so this quarterly dividend is normally 45 cents and it dropped to 36 cents. So that was a hit. But then again, I'm still earning 15%, right? So it did lower my overall rate a little bit, but I still have room to give, okay? So I've got different stocks like BP and Pfizer and some other things like that. But then I've got these different ETFs, which are just electronic traded funds, okay? Like I said, my core holding is VYM. My next biggest holding is SPHD, which is also an ETF fund, okay? And then I have a growth fund, an income fund, such as QYLD, which is a covered call fund. I can go into all these different funds in other videos, but what they do is they sell covered calls on their stock holdings, and then they give that as a dividend. This one is also basically like VYM. It's just a lower expense ratio, and so I started diversifying there, and it doesn't have as many holdings. But anyways, this is my overall right now. As I make purchases, we'll compare them with what we're looking at here, what has grown, what has been cut dividend-wise, what has gone up dividend-wise, and how I'm doing getting closer to my $1,000 a month average goal. So if you look at it, I've invested $45,000, $46,000 basically. So at about $50,000 of investment, I will be at about a quarter of the way. So if I extrapolate that out, it's going to take about $200,000 to get to my goal of $1,000 a month. And if you look at these numbers here, okay, this number in particular, that was really like 2 years of investment, okay? How is that possible? Because if you look at my last video, I was showing how I live off $1,000 a month in LA. If you earn, let's say, $40,000 a year, which isn't that much in LA, that's going to leave you, $3,000, but then after taxes, say $2,500 a month. So if you're investing $2,500 a month every month, well, all of a sudden you're investing almost, $30,000 a year, right? And so you can see where all of a sudden, even if you don't make that much money, you can all of a sudden in almost a year get $200 a month in dividends, right? And so it's pretty powerful. Also, as this grows, because this is new, this is all within the last. This is all basically within 2020 for the most part. And so as these grow and I reinvest the dividends, they will begin to snowball and things will take off. So anyways, that's my dividend holding. There it is again, all the stocks you can see. My dividend goal is I'm almost a quarter of the way there. So yay for that. Check out these different dividend stocks or ETFs if you like. Comment below for other ones that maybe I should add to my portfolio. And feel free to subscribe. I'm going to go into all my different real estate holdings and how I'm going to get $4,000 a month from those as well. And in that $4,000 and $1,000 here, I'm not even counting any 401k or Social Security money or anything like that. So that's going to be bonus. So anyways, please subscribe if you'd like. Press that little bell icon so you can know when I load new ones, because I haven't got a regular schedule yet. And if you like this video and find it helpful at all, go ahead and hit that like button. Apparently that helps the algorithm. Have a great day and stay safe.